Welcome back to another episode on the MLD Balls page. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Detroit Pistons. All right, so like I said, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Detroit Pistons and how they've been playing so far this year, man. This might be the last time we talking about the Detroit Pistons this whole year, unless it's the most improved player race. This is a team that unfortunately star player at this point. Like Jaden Ivey has been a baller, and he's to the point where he's cracking on star player. He shot 40% from the three this year. He was an 18 point per game scorer. He got better as a that's it. He just was scoring, honestly. Like Jaden Ivey was shooting efficiently to begin the season in the first 30 games, though, and that is a big sign for him because that means him and Cade might have a future together. I was questioning the future of these two players in my first video, Pistons fans, where I made a video about y'all and talking about Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham. I questioned three things. I question Cade Cunningham's ability to be a natural point guard, which he has kind of shut me up on. I question Jaden Ivey and him fit because I kind of saw both of them as shooting guards, which is still kind of true, but like Cade Cunningham as a playmaker when he's had spacing this year has absolutely been a baller. And the thing about Cade Cunningham passing to me that I never liked is that he jump passes a lot. Like you're taught to not do that, and that was the main reason I questioned him as a point guard, but I saw him as a dynamic point forward, as a Tracy McGrady. But this year he's been a better playmaker than a Tracy McGrady, like pretty easily. Jaden Ivey, he has been that shooting guard. Like he's going to be an undersized shooting guard that has a big point guard next to him. So the backcourt is going to be a traditionally sized backcourt. Jaden Ivey, I was questioning could he be a starter next to Cade, but if he's shooting 40% from three, he is more than capable of being a starter next to Cade. A nice scoring punch next to him will be a nice thing for the Pistons going on into the future. If they could just get a wing like a Sar Thompson build, but with a three, because Sar Thompson and Jalen Duran in the starting lineup together, spacing is weird, but Asar on the defensive side of the ball since he's came back from his blood clots has been cool. Asar is like he's a dog, and he just coming back, so not too much to weigh in on him. But since he's came back, the Detroit Pistons have been absolutely balling because he's a big part of what they do. He is their back line of the defense almost. Ron Holland, rookie who they got, who he hasn't been off to the best start, and none of these rookies have been from this draft class. And the Detroit Pistons in the draft class, where a lot of players weren't not viewed upon that highly, they just went best player available to them on their board, which I could respect because Asar Thompson and Ron Holland on the court together is not a good idea. They're like similar players almost, but in the draft class like this, just go best player available in your opinion. And Ron Holland could become a great player one day. He's a nice slasher, which he's still showing to be, and his 3-point shooting is just it's just what is it at right now? 23%. It's just his 3-point shooting is not it, but it's better than it's not even. No, Sar is 28. But Ron takes more. So like they're similar level shooters, good defenders, raw athletes. Sar is just one of the rawest athletes ever, like literally. So like them two together is a weird fit, but I mean, I guess they're just taking best player available. It don't matter if you fit or not. It just matters who becomes good because the Detroit Pistons are at that point of rebuilding. They really are. But I think now after Cade has just had a season like this where he's having like Ben Simmons-esque games consistently, but like he's a scorer, Like he doesn't have the defense, of course. He's not the same type of player as Ben Simmons, but he's similar. Like Cade Cunningham has a legitimate case to be a. I think he is an All Star this year. I think he's easily an All Star. He has like All NBA, All NBA type of like love from how he's been playing. For me, like I don't know if he's on the team, but Cade Cunningham has been one of the best guards in the league. He's going to seem like he's going to play enough games, and most improved player. If he was to win the award, it would come on like a first All Star year, first all I said All Pro, first All NBA team. Cade Cunningham, man, the Detroit Pistons, the fans, what do y'all think? Do y'all think y'all should buy in a little more at as soon as the trade deadline? Because like the Pistons are the sixth seed. Cade Cunningham is breaking out. Why not buy in this deadline? Like Jalen Duran is someone who you could upgrade, man. I don't know who you would do. It would be kind of hard to do it as soon as now. I get it, but I don't know, man. Tell the Sixers they can get Tobias Harris back. Do something different. Just go ahead and get Paul George. Do something, man. The Pistons are a team that I'm chatting about Paul George. No. I take that back, Pistons fans. I take that back. But Pistons are a team that y'all. I don't know how much longer they're going to keep this up for, but the formula, the the two-headed snake is gone. Jaden Ivey and Cade Cunningham as your playmakers is gone. Jaden Ivey's hurt for the season, and I kind of why I'm making a video on this team. I think this is going to be one of the last times we talk about them, and they're 20-19 as of now. The week he got hurt, so like this is a team that they lost like almost 30 games in a row last year. The fact that they're at 20 wins 35 games into the season, like, or 40 games into the season, bro, that's an amazing feat for the Pistons. And look, fans, I know y'all are happy right now. This is why I wanted to talk to y'all, because Cade is special, man. Like, I know y'all see it. Yeah, I know you understand what I mean, like the Ben Simmons-esque games, but he's obviously a better shooter, a better scorer, not as good of a defender. But Cade is a problem. Like, what is the best fit next to a Cade Cunningham? Like, I think just like a Paul George, like a prime Paul George, just a dynamic wing that could shoot. Like, the Pistons need to get this man some help fast. Like, what if Larry Markkinen becomes like somebody? Because Cade Cunningham, man, I really just made this video to talk about Cade. So let me talk about Cade. That mid range is crazy. The 3-point has been an elite threat this year, which it hasn't really been in the past to me. 3-point is nice. Playmaking when he has spacing is exactly what people thought it would be. To me, I was like, I like to see it happen, even though it's obvious, I still like to see it happen, because to me, it was obvious that Joel Embiid would have a finals by now, a finals win, or like an Eastern Conference appearance by now, but it hasn't happened. Sometimes you just let stuff happen, and Cade Cunningham, him being this, has happened. I think now it's time for the Pistons to make things happen. And you know what's going to happen? Moves. I think the Pistons are at the point where when Jaden Ivey comes back this summer, I would move picks. I'm sorry. This is our best player in franchise history, almost, Cade Cunningham, because like I'm playing around, but like it's been that long since you've had somebody at Cade's level. Buy into him immediately, please, because Jalen Duran, he seems like Andre Drummond. Like Andre Drummond the past like 20 years has been almost your best player besides Blake Griffin, but throughout and out, he's stayed the longest. So I'd say Andre Drummond has been the best Piston in a while. And I don't like Jalen Duran because he reminds me of Andre Drummond, who's been your best player. But on this team, he'd be like your fourth best player. You'd have Cade Cunningham, Ivy, get you a wing. Who would be that wing? I don't know, but get you a wing. Get you Jimmy Butler. Is this a Jimmy Butler destination? You have Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Jimmy Butler. You signed a 3 and you Asar Thompson and Jalen Duran. I think Jimmy Butler is more of a capable shooter than he perceives himself to be. But at the same time, that Pistons team, I don't think that's the team that Jimmy Butler goes to and be like, yeah, I want to play over there. But at the same time, who knows what Jimmy Butler's capable of, right? Last person I want to predict. Well, this is a team like y'all fans. I'm gonna hop into standings real quick and look at a couple names that y'all could go after. This is a team that is going to be big buyers, I think, in the future with all the trades that happen. I don't know which one is going to happen, but this is a buyers team, man. Like, I can't find. That's the thing about it. I can't find who I would want. Like, maybe in a year or two, when the Thunder get expensive, you try and steal Jalen Williams somehow, but I don't think that's realistic. I think the Thunder are too smart of a team to let J Dub go. But like J Dub would be amazing on the Pistons. Cade, Jaden Ivey, J Dub, Asar. Oh, and then you find a new center because, or you see if you find a new center, but Jalen Durant for now, that would be amazing, but that's not gonna happen. Um, is this a Julius Randle destination? I hope not. They have Julius Randle already. No, they got Tobias Harris. That's Julius Randle. Is this like a KD destination? Nah. A Brandon Ingram. Pistons fans, how do y'all feel about Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Brandon Ingram? I said 3 and D. Brandon Ingram is literally like Cade Cunningham. He's like a point forward that shoots the ball solid. Nah, I wouldn't want Cade and Bi nah. At the same time though, Pistons. This is like gonna be your best duo in a long time. Yeah, we can nitpick and complain, but like Brandon Ingram and Cade Cunningham, that would be y'all most talented duo since what? Since Andre Drummond and Greg Monroe. Like, nah, you got to be satisfied with that. Or Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond. But that was only like a year or two thing. Cade Cunningham, Brandon Ingram for the next couple years. That's something you can sell me on, man. In the Eastern Conference, and then you find a defensive center. You get two guys in the scenario where they have to play playoff basketball, because Brandon Ingram, I know for one thing on the Suns, he showed me in that series that he's capable in the playoffs. Last time he was healthy in the playoffs, he's nice, man. He's one of those guys that could create a shot at any time. No, bro. Pistons should go after BI, man. Pistons fans, this might be the last time I talk about y'all for the year. So, like, let me know what y'all think about that. Unless I'm talking about Cade Cunningham, honestly, because the fact that Jaden Ivey got hurt, that was the biggest thing about this team to me. Isaiah Stewart, he stopped taking threes, which has made him into a more efficient player. And he's able to stop taking threes because last year he needed to space out the court. They got Malik Beasley now who's shooting. Tobias Harris, Tim Hardaway. Like, this team got Simon Fontecchio, who's solid at shooting. Marcus Sasser, who I like as a shooter. This team has adequate spacing out to where Isaiah Stewart, he could just be a glue guy. That's what he is. I like Isaiah Stewart on this team for the foreseeable future, unless he gets you a star player. If you have to trade Isaiah Stewart for Brandon Ingram, it's cool. But if you could keep Isaiah Stewart, do it. The fact that he's a player that showed you throughout the years he's willing to mold your game to fit certain rosters, to get certain minutes and play gritty and hard, I think that's somebody you got to keep, especially on a Cade Cunningham, Brandon Ingram duo. And then you have Jaden Ivey, which is solid. Maybe he's in the trade, but hey, Cade Cunningham, Brandon Ingram, you get you a defensive center and spacing, dude. Pistons fans, am I selling y'all on that? Are y'all feeling that? Because I kind of am. If not, Lowry Markkinen, no, or y'all just stick to the draft, which y'all been doing. But Cade Cunningham is the only. I mean, Ivy's a good pick. Ivy's a good pick. But like, do you really want to stick to the draft? You've been doing that for like 20 years now, man. You got a star player. You know Brandon Ingram's a star player. It just, can Brandon Ingram stay healthy though? That's the thing, huh? That's what the fans are going to tell me. Brandon Ingram is always hurt. We don't want an injury prone player, and I could hear that. So what if I sold y'all on De'Aaron Fox and you move Cade Cunningham to small forward? Because I'm telling y'all, that would be too much though, huh? Too much. Like Cade is playing too good to just change his role that much, huh? Man, Cade Cunningham is a fun guy and a guy who I think he could fit next to any player. The fact that I'm saying that Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey could play in lineups with